Hello and welcome back to Into the Breach. We have completed corporate HQ quite handily, I might add. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't too painful. We lost a couple of power grid nuggets, I guess. What was it? Silicate planes? Ugh. It was brutal. But it could have been worse. So I guess we're doing alright. Now, we already spent the reputation. There's really not a whole lot else we can do here. We could do the shrapnel cannon if we want to do like a swap, which I contemplated in last episode and kind of just decided not to. If we did, let's see, that's not what I want. I think we have 4 plugged into this, so we could put all 4 into this one. And it gets you the extra use, but it also does significantly less damage. So I think I'm just going to hold off for now. You know, we have this extra one. We'll save it for the next island. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and you have unspent corporate reputation. Will be lost. Well, never mind then. Right. It's the corporate reputation is per corporation. I mean, that makes sense, but still. I think we're just going to do this. Sounds good. Alright, well, that's good to know. I haven't run into that yet, so I suppose that's fine. Thanks for at least, you know, telling me. By completing 3 islands, you've unlocked... Oh yeah, that's right, this is just the... You can do them in any order. Nonsense. Thank you. Vikram Singh has really big floppy ears. Alright, so what do we have down here? I'm not familiar with that. There's a couple of threats here that I'm not familiar with. I don't know about that, the buff Vec. Maybe that's like a regen or something like that. I don't know. I don't like these other guys. The snake thing popping his head out of the ground makes me think like he can travel underground. And that kind of sucks. Alright, detritus tech can break down any matter into its base elements. Their factory cities are devoted to waste removal and recycling. Interesting. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, our accommodations are sparse, Commander, but you and the Riftwalkers are welcome here. To quote our corporate motto, detritus is at your disposal. Thank you. That's very clever. Alright, so, we've got an interesting looking situation here. We've got... this guy gives us power and it's a high threat, of course. Corporate reputation, but that's not what we want. We want this. This is what we desire. So we're gonna go this way. We're gonna go pumping. Oh man, pumping station, huh? Well, whatever. I mean, we can't use both of these unless we take damage, and it kind of sucks. But yeah, you know, whatever. All right. So quick recap: Titan Fist, dash, smoke drop, brilliant. Heavy rocket, 5 damage, 2 uses, I dig it. Kickoff boosters. He's got fully upgraded artillery, which is pretty fantastic. You know, he's no longer king of damage. He was for quite some time, but that honor goes to Ty here with the 5 damage heavy rocket, but we're doing alright. And building immune, which is actually, when you don't have it and you need it, you're kicking yourself, and then when you have it and it never comes up as being useful, you're kind of like, why do I have this? But, you know, that's fine. Alright, so we've got some patches of green goop. I'm guessing that's not healthy for mechs. This sector has 2 grid installations that power many of our detritus factories. These installations are vital to detritus defense efforts. Jeez, man. Could you stop? I mean, do you talk about yourself in a third person as much as your company? Restore power. Wait, restore power. All we have to do is defend, and then that'll just happen. Alright. Yeah, I think this is fine. Let's just pop in. I don't know, I'm trying to absorb all this stuff. Okay, so we got one right off the bat. Let's take a look. Blood Scion. All other Vec heal 1 at the start of their turn. So yeah, basically regen. Well, that kind of stinks. That means we gotta kill stuff and meet. Oh, of course he has 5 hit points. Alpha? Oh, that's because he's an alpha. Okay. That's not like a regular unit. Wait, are these all alpha? Oh, come on, game. Come on. Help me out. Alright, let's take a look at acid pool. Yep. Basically, that's acid. We definitely know that. So we could knock them into acid. That'd be cool. We can also knock them into water because there's actual water here, which is nice. It's not frozen or, you know, a desert. What does this guy do? Slam against 3 tiles in a row. So he's like a melee version of the centipedes. And he does 2 damage because he's... Okay, this Vec will hide underground after taking 1 or more damage. Cannot be moved because he's popping his head up from underground, obviously. Well, that guy is no fun. That guy is no fun. Okay, so how do we want to play this? We've got to be careful with... We have to be careful with this. How far can he move? He can move pretty far. He can move pretty far. This guy just jumps. This guy, man, we've got a lot of coverage here. This guy's probably not going to do a whole lot. He might move, but he might not. And depending on what we do, we may or may not have to kill him. It just depends on if we partially wound something and can't finish it off. I expect that we'll be shooting stuff with the missile here, so that's going to be great. In fact, I wonder if we could do something like this. Now, if we set ourselves up this way, it's likely that he's going to do that flanking maneuver again. And I think I'm alright with that. Basically, we don't want to give him a reason, or anybody a reason, really, to attack buildings. And this guy just does like a... Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. So we've got 3 damage here, 5 damage, potentially, and then a dash, 2 damage. I'd like to kill this guy in 1 shot if we can do it, if we can pull it off. And these guys will have kickoff boosters. Is there any other... Like, I really don't care too much about him. If we need to, we can always take him out. He's got access to... Because he has the kickoff boosters, he'll have access to everything on the back plane there, so we can kill this guy if it comes to that. Also, depending on how he's oriented, I might even be able to do a dash attack, but I guess we'll find out. I think this is fine. Let's see what this guy does. Why did you do that? He takes double damage now. That's amazing. Oh, he's not going to get flanked by this guy. That's good. Oh, he just went there. Interesting. Alright, alright. Okay, so how do we want to do this? He's taking double damage, which means I could kill him with this guy. That... Ah, man. Because he has 5 hit points, it doesn't really matter. So he could dash and block this guy. The problem that I have here is, wow, he does a lot of damage. Alphas just do not crazy damage. Of course, we could use him to dash this guy as well. That's not ideal. Alright, so he's got some moves. He's got some moves. Not really a whole lot he can do from here. Everybody kind of position themselves okay, but not being able to move this guy is going to be a problem. Yeah, I can kill 2 guys, but I don't think I can kill 3. So what I'm thinking here is... He has 3. This does 1 damage. No matter where I move him, it's not really gonna make much of a difference. So if I move him, like, here, for example... Or here, I guess. We could shoot him, that would move him over here, which would be fine. He'd be free, and then I could move him... You know what? I could move him down here, artillery this guy, which would kill him, and block this guy's move. And then I could take him down, smash this guy. That will alleviate the building damage. That might not be a bad idea. So let me just think about this. So, yeah, we knock him out of the way. He's kind of a pain in the neck, but if we could take 2 guys, 2 alphas down in 1 turn, I think that's a pretty good trade-off. He's not using his... I mean, he's not getting the full effect for his 5 damage, which I'm a little bit disappointed in, but... Overall, I guess I'm okay with that. So, let's see, he'll get bumped out here. 1, 2, 3, because he won't have the... Oh, he does. He still keeps it, even though... I keep forgetting. He will still keep it, but he doesn't need it. He only needs 3 moves to get to here. And then smash this guy for 6. And if he's here, that gives this guy a clear shot. So I think we're alright. I think we'll do that. Destroyed. We move him here. And we one-shot this guy. Oh man, so good. So good. Now, he's going to regain 1 hit point, which is actually not bad, because we can still kill him with this guy. We'll block that. We'll see what pops up out of here. I think we're in good shape here. Yep, sand regeneration, that's fine. Who's this guy? Oh. Beck has been... Okay, perfect. That's not good. What is this? Alpha spider? Oh, come on. It has 6 legs. It's clearly not a spider. Throw a sticky egg that hatches into spiderlings. That's definitely not good. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, well, what can we do here? He doesn't have enough moves to, shoot. Well, I can kill him with this guy without moving him. I need to move him out of the way first, though. Yeah. Well, the alternative is we punch this. Where could he move? 1, 2, 3. This guy can only go there. I don't think he can go here, can he? Yeah. Darn it. This guy's in the way. I want to shoot this guy, but he's in the way. We also need to protect... There's really not a whole lot I can do here with him. Unless I don't really care about the regen, right? I don't know how... I think he only shoots these, so that's not really an issue. I mean... if I move through this, will I pick up the acid? The alternative, I guess, is we use his rocket again, overkill, but finish this guy off. Have him punch this, whatever this is, egg sack. Move him back one, and then 2, 3. See, we could have him block a spawn, or we could just... No, he's too close. I would have to actually just move him here, and then maybe drop one here, which would push him back in, and then we would get 3 spawns from the next turn. Man, this is no good. This guy just basically stays up forever, essentially. I really don't want him shooting off any more of these, so I think he's gotta die, like, ASAP. So I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing here. Punching this. This guy is just... I want to kill this guy, but... I think that's the call here. As much as I don't like it. Yeah, we'll put him here. I should have checked. That was close. I didn't check to see if he was massive. That could have been bad. Yeah. Not my finest hour, but we still have 3 turns, and I've used all my missiles, so... Can we not have, like, all alphas? Okay, that's fine. That's more than fine. That's totally fine. Okay, yep, all alphas, of course. All alphas, all the time. Oh my good gravy. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit tricky. Well, this 1 damage is not exactly doing me any favors. Alright, so he can basically punch this guy. I'll leave him with 1 hit point. If he punches this guy, leaves him with 1 hit point, he could potentially come down here and shoot these guys, but could he... Is there any way I could get him into the water? I could move him here. Okay, wait a minute. What's the attack order? Ah, darn it. How's that gonna work? Well, I mean, it would be fine, I guess. So essentially, do we want to do that? Just trying to figure out a way that I can actually kill things, because, you know, we're going to be in a really tough spot if we don't. If I shoot him into this guy, what would that do for me? He would take 2 damage, and he would take 1 damage. We still have 4 hit points. Then I could artillery here, which would do that last point of damage to him. Would do another point of damage to him. He would have 3 then. Then this guy would be out. I could punch this guy. And then we would have 4 guys to deal with on the last turn. I mean, this guy I'm not too worried about, obviously. This guy I definitely want to get rid of. And this guy is also not too bad. It's not really a good way for me to get. So I could kill him, or I could kill him. Probably want to kill him so that this guy doesn't regain any hit points. That's fine. I could dash punch this guy. Not what I want to do, but yeah. This guy's really not a threat. It's just this guy, and he's down to 3 hit points, so that's fine. If the turn order had been a little bit different, maybe we could have done something else, but man, everything is an alpha. This is bananas. Okay, well, that's definitely a problem. I mean, this is pretty much perfect, right? What can I do here? If I want to kill this guy, what would I have to do? One, two, three. He can't. He just can't do it. And of course, there's this acid, so like he could dash punch it, but it would do damage to this building, which is just a no-go. And we can only do 3 with the artillery. So I'm thinking maybe we smoke this guy. And then maybe shoot this guy into the drink, and then move this guy somewhere. We don't really have to do a whole lot here. Yeah, that didn't put acid on him. All right, that's good. Yes, we do that, and then what does this guy do? He I don't know. I mean, he can't kill this guy. This guy's already dead. This guy, he can't really hit anyways. So I think I just get him out of harm's way. I don't really need to do this, but I think that's fine. Yeah, I know. So these guys can go anywhere on the map, pretty much, right? Well, no, I think he did have a range limit. Still. Hey, we didn't take any damage, so it was kind of a waste. But all civilians protected. All right. That was a pretty good episode. Both power plants have reported in, and there's been no disruption in the grid. You and your pilots have our gratitude, Commander. Oh, you're welcome, I guess. Cool. All right, Reclamation Zone. This is a good one because we'll actually be able to get some reputation. Then we'll get some reputation here. It's going to be a tough one, but I think we'll be all right. And then, assuming nothing crazy happens, we'll go here. Unless we lose some power, then maybe we'll go here. But I think that's pretty much it. I didn't get any loot, unfortunately. This is a really nice weapon. I just haven't kind of used it to its full effect just yet, so perhaps in the next episode. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and join me next time.